On Sunday, Patya and Granny walked proudly into a shop and bought all the paper needed for decorating the lantern. Granny offered to help him cut the paper and paste it on the lantern. Okay, so on Sunday, after they sold the sweet potatoes, they bought the paper, and Granny also helped Patya in cutting and pasting the paper. He also offered him help. On and on they worked. There was not enough room on the small porch for the lantern and two persons. So Granny got inside the framework and sat on the floor, cutting the paper. Patya stood on the chair outside and pasted the piece of paper and on the framework. They are working really hard on the lantern as they brought the paper, but there was not enough space in their small porch for the two-person and the lantern, because lantern was so big. So the Granny decided to go inside the framework. She got inside the framework to cut the paper, and Patya stood on the chair outside and pasted the paper. By sundown, the lantern was still incomplete. After supper, they worked into the night, but still they couldn't finish. The rising sun bathed every in its soft light. Patya and his grandmother set out for the temple, and when they reached the temple, they joined in the ceremony with the other villagers. They prayed wholeheartedly and started homeward. They were working till sundown, means sunset तक वो work कर रहे थे, but the lantern was still incomplete. It was not completed yet. In the morning, lantern was not prepared, but now it's time for other rituals, other ceremonies. So they get ready and went to the temple and joined the ceremony with the other villagers. There was ceremony going in the village on the Vesak festival. So they joined the other villagers. They prayed and come back home quickly. The day was bright and joyous. There was excitement in the air. People everywhere were putting up Vesak decorations, which were swinging gently in the bridge. Granny and Patya walked faster and faster. Once they were home, she stepped inside the half-finished lantern and they both resumed work. In the way, everyone seems very happy and very joyous. There was so much happiness in the around them. Joyous means very happy, causing people to be happy, and putting their Vesak decoration. Everyone is happy there. And again, as they reached the home, Patya and Granny, they started working on their lantern again. Granny again stepped inside the lantern, and also Patya stood after, and they started working on the lantern again. By noon, the lantern was turning out to be a thing of beauty. Inside the lantern, Granny kept cutting out paper, flowers, and trimming. Patya kept taking them from her by reaching into the top of the lantern and pasting them on the lantern in the way he thought they looked best. Here, trimming means to make something neater, smaller, or better by cutting parts from it. As the day passes, in the day, the lantern looked beautiful. It was growing. It was looking beautiful, and inside the lantern, Granny was cutting the papers, flowers, and other decorative items out of it, and they are looking so good. And Patya was pasting them outside the lantern as they look the best. After a hurried lunch, they went to work again. Granny worked swiftly and silently, and Patya sang bits of songs now and then. Their fingers moved more briskly, cutting and pasting. Granny would cut a length of paper, fold it just a bit, cut a queer shape, and out would come some lovely design that Patya would take and fix onto the lantern. In the noon, after the lunch, they again worked on it, started working on the lantern. Granny folded the paper and cut some design out of it, which come out of the very beautiful design, and silently she was working, and then Patya was pasting the beautiful designs while singing some bits of song. He was singing some song and pasting the beautiful designs that Granny cut on the lantern. On and on they worked till the sun began to go down. Soon it would be night, but tonight it would not be all darkness. To dawn the night there would be gems of lights in all directions. The temple bell rang and a drum began to sound. It was time for the evening ceremony. Patya looked around and saw colored lights moved out of the house. Slowly the lanterns moved in all directions and soon fell into a regular pattern and shone brightly. The last bit of trimming went into place. Patya stood up. His radiant face was glowing with joy. Granny, the lantern is finished, called Patya gleefully. Okay, so here adorn means decorate, radiant means showing great happiness, and gleefully means happily. They were working the whole day, and now it's the night. The sundown is here, and today, this night, there was no darkness there because there were so many lights coming from the houses. As the others started to light their lantern, they started lighting their lanterns, and there was a beautiful scene in the night in the sky. It was like they had decorated the night, and finally, after doing so much efforts and after so much hard work, their Patya and Granny's lantern was steady, and Patya informed Granny that their lantern was completed. Granny was silent. After a moment, she cried, "But Patya, how will I come out? You have pasted me in." In this excitement, Patya had indeed closed the last opening, the one that was being left open for Granny's exit. "Oh, Granny, what will we do? We just can't tear the paper now," Patya pleaded. Granny was silent when Patya announced the news that the lantern was completed. Because she was stuck in the lantern, she asked Patya that how would she come out now. But as the last opening left for her had closed by Patya in excitement, Patya was worried as they cannot tear the paper now. She pleaded the Granny that we should not tear the paper to destroy it. "Don't worry, my precious," Granny said from the inside the lantern. "All problems have solutions. I have a box of matches with me to light the candles." Granny lighted the candles one by one until the lantern glowed with the brilliant mellow light. Against one side of the lantern appeared the shadow of an aged woman in deep meditation. Mellow means of color, soft and pleasant, and meditation means the practice of thinking deeply in silence, especially for religious reasons. Granny had some idea as she asked Patya not to worry. She had candles in the lantern, so she said that she has matchsticks. So she just glows the candle inside the lantern, and a pleasant and soft yellow light appeared from the lantern. And also the shadow of Granny inside the lantern was looking as an old lady was doing meditation. As she sat down and light the candle, it was looking like she was meditating inside it. Surely this was the grandest Vesak lantern of them all. All the villagers came to see it sometime during the night, and they stood in silence watching the lovely sight, the glowing lantern, and the meditating shadow within it. Then, ever so slowly, the lantern began to dim. The candles were burning out one by one, quietly, ever so quietly. Granny tore open a side of the lantern and stepped out, and there was Patya asleep beside the lantern, his face full of contentment. Perhaps even in his dreams he could see the lantern as big as a house. In the night, all the villagers came to see it as it was the biggest lantern, and they all stood there silently by seeing such a lovely sight. Glowing big lantern and meditating woman, they just were all amazed. So they just stood silently there and were seeing the lantern. As time passes, the lantern began to dim as candles were burning out. The light was slowly coming down. As Patya was asleep, Granny quietly tore one side of the lantern and slowly opened the side and came out. And so Patya sleeping happily near lantern. It seems that he was also seeing a dream of that lantern as big as a house, as his face was full of happiness and satisfaction. Here we completed our chapter. Let us read about the author. Saibil Vatsinghe is a well-known children's writer and illustrator from Sri Lanka. She has written and illustrated more than 200 children's books in the course of her career. Her books have been translated in several languages. Her best-known works are Child in Me and The Umbrella Thief. Saibil is a children writer and illustrator from Sri Lanka. She is well known there and around the globe. Also, she illustrated many children's books in her career, as she was a very good illustrator. And two of her famous books are Child in Me and The Umbrella Thief.